So I'm not normally a creature of habit, but every single year I make this amazing kind of garlic and seaweed butter and keep it in the freezer. Slice off bits when I want it and use it on fish, meats, all sorts. It's absolutely delicious. So for April the 14th, National Laverbread Day, I thought I'd show you how it's made. And on the way to get some seaweed, I thought I'd tell you about April the 14th and why we're celebrating Laverbread Day. So Kathleen Drew Baker was a research scientist in Manchester in the 1940s. She came down here to West Wales to study laver. And she worked out that laver reproduces out in seashells. And in 1949, published this groundbreaking research would have huge knock-on effects the other side of the world. So laver's equivalent in Japan is called nori. You probably had it in sushi, ramen, all sorts of things. But in the 1940s, it was incredibly hard to farm. It had the nickname gambler's grass because it was so temperamental that people just gave up farming it. And the industry was on the verge of collapse. And then someone found Kathleen's research paper about laver, how it reproduced in West Wales, and used that to save the industry. So every year on April the 14th, in Japan, she's celebrated by her very cool nickname, the Mother of the Sea. The statue for her, and a big festival. So I think it's only appropriate that we celebrate April the 14th, Laverbread Day, on the day that she celebrated the other side of the world. So this stuff here is laver. It's kind of greeny brown kind of colour. And what we do is get scissors and halfway up, just chop it off. Then we can grow back for the next time. It's nice and sustainable. So always cut it rather than pull it. So this here's laver. And what we do is we cut it halfway up. That way it's nice and sustainable, and that way it can grow back for the next time. So the nice thing about seaweed is none of them are poisonous. So I'm not saying go out on some massive seaweed bender eating everything you can find, because some don't taste great, but it's not dangerous. So definitely get stuck in. It's a really good beginner foraging thing to get stuck into. There's gutweed here next to it, which is delicious fried up, or dulse just over there. And then behind us, a bit further back, where the water is some kelp, which is really good for like stocks and stews and stuff like that. But laverbread is what we're after today. This kind of greeny brown one. Delicious, and always chop it rather than pull it. And get us home and start cleaning it. So this here is crow garlic. It looks a bit like a chive and tastes just like a chive. Really strong garlic smell to it. So if you're ever worried about foraging garlic or onion family, just smell it. There's nothing that smells of garlic in the UK that's dangerous. So yeah, eyes and smell, good ways of telling plants. So this one starts growing in about January or so, maybe a bit early depending on where you are. Really lovely plant you're going to get before the normal kind of wild garlic you see. This one's about to die off quite soon. It's got a fungal infection called rust, you can see here. From this kind of look on the side of the leaf. It's not dangerous, doesn't taste bad at all, but just, yeah, I normally just avoid it because it doesn't look particularly nice. That'll kill the plant off in a few weeks probably, sadly. But yeah, lovely little plant. And time to forage some butter from the supermarket. So just chop up our crow garlic. You can use chives, normal wild garlic, anything really. So butter, try and have it at room temperature. If you chop it up really finely, it'll melt faster. You don't want it to fully melt, you just want it to soften enough that you can fold it up with all the ingredients. So wash your laver really well. Can't stress this enough. Seaweed just loves getting sand in it, and it's just not great. So wash it lots and lots of times, then you should be fine. So we simmered this for about 2 hours or so. So now look at that sludgy kind of paste. Colour's changed a little bit as well. And once it's cooled down, we'll add this to our butter. The crow garlic. And then beef it all up. And once it's fully mixed, I'm just gonna get to there. And I'm gonna roll it into like a cigar sauce kind of shape. like a Christmas cracker, we'll then roll down the ends to get all the air out. There you go. So that will stay in the freezer. Slice off discs whenever you want it. Put that straight onto your food, so it's really nice on like shellfish, so scallops we're about to cook now, oysters, also lamb and meats as well. Like, it's really versatile. Dulse works, so not just laver, other seaweeds will work. Try wild garlic, try three-cornered leek, or just normal garlic. If you can't forage any of these things, you can buy seaweed quite easily nowadays, and you can just use shop bought garlic. So it doesn't have to be forage stuff, but obviously it's better. The scallop gets off like a long, thin, bendy knife, and then cut it along the top, cut the muscle off, and if you've done it well, there won't be too much at the top. Then here we remove the pick up the bottom, and then we remove what's called the skirt and the roe. So the roe you can eat, or put it in fish stocks. For this dish I'm not going to cook it on this one, but I will be using it in something else. This little disc goes on the scallop. Quite a lot of butter there. So now's the point we put a little bit of dried vermouth in there. So you want to put a small enough amount that it kind of reduces down and mixes with the butter, and the alcohol gets cooked out. So only put a little bit in. White wine will also do. So let's give it a go. I mean, it's just amazing. That kind of really rich, savoury seaweed flavour, the garlic, complexity of the vermouth, just a really, really delicious bit of food. Put it under a grill if you don't have a big oven like this, or just a frying pan. Just fry it off in that butter, and then at the end, add a splash of vermouth. Just make that kind of cooking sauce. But fuck. Yeah, really, really good.